Welcome to the online application of the message today from Ephesians 4, the first few verses there. Let me read them again, and then we'll ask a few questions around that. It's Ephesians 4, 1-6. Paul says, "As a prisoner for the Lord then, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all." Just a fantastic passage where he just says it's all about God. He's everywhere. He's what makes the unity of the peace possible, and he's in everything here, the gospel. And this gospel lens that we're looking through really impacts our life, and he's starting to land that now. And so based on that passage and based on the message that you would have heard, there's a few application questions that we've got here. And the first one really relates to verse 1. It's saying, how would you structure or describe a life that's worthy of the calling of Christ? How would you form your life in a way that really reflects through the lens of this calling that's upon your life, to live the gospel through and to live it out so that the world is impacted, so the lost are being found and the found are growing up? So how would that affect your primary relationships? How would the calling of God on your life affect the way you deal with people, or your vocation, or the way you even budget your money and what you spend your money on, what you prioritize there with your time? How would it affect the way you see church? Are you coming there as a spectator or as a participant? What does that look like there? So it's really good to grapple, at least on an annual basis. Am I living my life in all these areas in a way that reflects and applies the calling of God upon my life? The next question, number 2, is what threatens your own ability to stay in unity? On what do you base unity? What is unity to you? Is it a happy feeling where it just says, well, I just love all these people because we all agree? Or what does it really mean to you? And what threatens that? Would it be the style of music and worship, or the theology, or who's preaching, or the different personalities, or the gender of the personalities in the pulpit or on the team and so on? Is it the life stage? Is it the people around you? What determines what is unity for you? How have you determined that in the past? And perhaps what's grated against you, or what's attracted you? Is it a homogenous church, or is it the fact that there's so much diversity in the body? So it's good to flesh that one out as well. And then really look at those elements. And in question 3, it really says, are any of these things deal breakers for you, or is it valid to see beyond them to a higher cause? In other words, are there beliefs, are there nuances of style, all these sorts of things where you say, I can't really bend on this. What I'm looking at there, I can't really get past that. Do I need to be in fellowship somewhere else? They're big questions. They're very difficult questions. Or are these things secondary when I should be focusing on what's primary? And so we need to know, what are the deal breakers? What's the irreducible core in our life that we aren't prepared to negotiate on? There are some very important beliefs that are so important that unity can't happen without those primary beliefs in there. Things about the deity of Christ, salvation, the sinfulness of man, all those sorts of things. They're required to be getting them right. They create the form through which our freedom is found. So consider, what are the deal breakers in your life, and are you basing your unity based on them or on secondary things? So enjoy that conversation. I'm sure that'll inspire some great chat amongst you if you're doing this in a group, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.